Good morning, students. Today we will be discussing about the organometallic chemistry because this is a very big unit and the whole units are dealing with organometallic chemistry. Generally, they are also called as organotransition elements or organotransition complexes. So, first of all, we will have to introduce what are organometallic chemistry or what are organotransition elements. Organometallic chemistry is what we can say that it is as old as well as new, both both the things simultaneously. So this chemistry is at the same time old as well as it is also new of the new branch of the chemistry. Why it is called as old? Because the first organometallic compound, that was crocodile, was prepared 220 years ago. It is in fact a mixture of tetramethyl diarsine and dimethyl arsenous oxide. Earlier it was known that it is a derivative of dimethyl arsenic group. Now it is found out that it is a mixture of tetramethyl diarsine and dimethyl arsenous oxide. So we can say it last year, that is 220 years ago, this organometallic compound was discovered. So it is an old branch of chemistry. But at the same time, we call it as a new branch of chemistry. Why? Because in the last 40 years, organometallic compounds have become a subject of general interest because a large number of compounds which are organometallic compounds nowadays they are used in catalysis and in and various other industrial reactions. So at the same time or at a given time, it is as old as 220 years ago, or we can say it is as new as 40 years ago. Many important chemical reactions which are usually industrially useful and in homogeneous or heterogeneous catalysis, organometallic complexes are used, which generally reduces the rate of reactions of the reaction and reaction proceeds very smoothly as well as at a fast rate. Now, how can we define organometallic compound? This is a very important term, that is definition of organometallic compound. The organometallic compound is usually restricted to those compounds which are having at least one direct metal and carbon bond. We say that means what? The metal atom is directly linked to that of the carbon moiety. This carbon moiety can be any hydrocarbon or any other group which contains the carbon atom in it. So there should be at least one M, that is metal and carbon bond. However, some of the compounds, just like for example in this can be simple covalent bond as in case of the tetraethyl lead which is shown over here. Or it can also have pi dative bond just as in case of ferrocene where there are two rings of C5H5 and iron is present in between which is sandwich. Or they can be ionic compounds also just like ethyl sodium where Na plus and C2H5 C2H5 minus is present. So these all organic derivatives of metal, but however certain elements just like in case of alkoxides, metal alkoxides or chelate or metal amides, they are not organometallic compounds although they have metal and organic group in it. They have metal as well as organic group in it. Organic group, I am emphasizing that they are having metal and organic group in it. But there is no metal and carbon bond which is present in this. So nowadays we are the definition, we have renewed the definition and now the term organometallic is restricted to those compounds in which organic group is directly attached to the carbon atom or to an atom in which is less electronegative than the carbon atom. So this is the new definition which we give for the organometallic compounds. However, just like cyanides, they are not included in organometallic compounds. So carbonyl compounds which are present, they are also not included in this. So we have restricted only those compounds, although they are also having MC bond in this metal and carbon bond which is linked. But still, because of the electronegativity difference, complexes or the other type of bonds, they are not included in these type of complexes. Now, how do we classify them? Now, the various classifications or types of organometallic compounds are present. The first classification is simple, and we just say that based upon this, they are divided into simple organometallic complexes or mixed organometallic complexes. Simple organometallic complexes, they can be defined as they have got simple hydrocarbon radicals or hydrogen atoms which are attached to the metal atom. Just we had discussed that tetraethyl lead, where simple hydrocarbon C2H5 is 4 molecules of these is attached to that of the lead metal. In the same way, here we have got a hydrocarbon which is methyl, and here we have got a hydrogen atom. Both of them are bonded to that of the tin. So they are called as simple organometallic compounds. These simple organometallic compounds can in turn be divided into two types. One is called as symmetrical and other one is called as unsymmetrical. The symmetrical means that groups are same which are attached to the metal atom. Here for example, if we take mercury and C2H5, on both sides of mercury there is C2H5 group which is attached to the mercury. So on both the sides the same group is attached to the mercury. So we call it as symmetrical organometallic complexes. Whereas in case of unsymmetrical organometallic complexes, we have got different groups which are attached to the metal atom. For example, here the same type of mercury we are taking. On one side there is C2H5 group, whereas on other side that is butyl group is present. So both the sides different or groups are present, and so they are called as unsymmetrical organometallic compounds. Now the second category in this classification is that called as mixed type. Now what is the difference between these two? Basically here what we find is the hydrocarbon groups are only present around the metal atoms or connected to that of the metal atoms, forming metal and carbon bonds. Whereas in case of the mixed type, apart from hydrocarbon groups, we have got certain other groups also which are attached to that of the metal atoms. Now in this case, for example, we see that on one side C6H5 is attached, that is an hydrocarbon, and on the other side we have got another group OOH whole twice. So this sort of metal, here you can say this is Grignard reagent, C2H5 MgBr. On one side there is a hydrocarbon and on another side some other group is attached. So this sort of complexes are called as mixed organometallic complexes. That is the first classification of organometallic complexes or compounds. So organometallic compounds or complexes can be classified in simple way, either simple organometallic or they can be classified as mixed organometallic complexes. Now the second type of classification, this classification is based upon which group elements are attached to that of the carbon atom. For example, the first type is derivatives of main group elements. That means organometallic compounds of main group elements. They are attached to that of the carbon atoms and they form a sigma covalent bond, except for alkali and alkaline metals, earth metals, which form ionic compounds. As you all know, we have earlier said, just like in case of Na plus and C2H5 minus, there was a negative sign and sodium was positive. So that was an ionic compound here, Na plus C2H5 minus ethyl sodium, which is said. So they form the ionic type of complexes. That is called as alkali or alkaline earth metals. Rather, and rest of the main elements, most of the main elements which are present, main group elements, they form the sigma covalent bond complexes in this. That means the covalent bond is present except these. However, you also know that lithium, beryllium and aluminium. They form electron deficient structures, and electron deficient complexes are formed in these cases, and which may be satisfied by forming banana bond or in any other various ways. Then second in these, because the main group elements, we have already seen that main group elements are forming in organometallic compounds. The rest of elements, that is the transition metal elements or transition metals, they also form organometallic compounds, and basically they form these compounds with the pi bonding ligands. So binary organometallic compounds of transition metals are not stable. However, when the pi bonding ligands are present and when they are attached to the metal atom, they form the organometallic compounds which are highly stable due to resonance, and the pi bond resonates among the molecules. So these are the transition element organometallic complexes. Yes, and the second is main group type of complexes. Now the third type of classification, it is based upon the type of the M metal and the carbon bond. Either the metal carbon bond can be ionic, then they are said to be ionic organometallic compounds. If metal and carbon bond is sigma or covalent, then it is said to be as a covalent compounds. And thirdly, non-classical bonds which are also present, or they are said to be non-classical organometallic complexes. Now ionic complexes, just we had earlier read, the hydrocarbon is present as a carbon which being negatively charged. The hydrocarbon or the carbon which is attached, it is negatively charged and it is attached to the metal atom which is a cation. That means the metal is positively charged and the carbon atom is negatively charged, and this is non-directional electrostatic. They are attracted by non-directional electrostatic attraction. For example, in this sodium complex which we find. However, there is a transition of this organometallic compound. They show gradual transition from ionic to the sigma bonded covalent forms. Thus, the alkyl of sodium, here we say the compound shows the transition from sigma bonded ionic to sigma bonded covalent. So, the alkyls of sodium are more ionic and less covalent than those of the lithium. They are less stable, they are readily hydrolyzed in water, and they are insoluble in the organic hydrocarbon solvent. Now the second type here, we are classifying sigma bonded covalent organometallic compounds. The non-transition elements, that is the main group elements which we have earlier said, they form sigma bonded covalent organometallic compounds. Now here the polarity between the metal and carbon bond depends not only on the difference between the electronegativity of metal and carbon, but also on the metal orbitals that are available. So the first factor on which the polarity depends is the orbitals that are available on metal and the carbon atom. The second important factor is the steric factor. However, big molecules, if they are present, then the molecule itself or the complex becomes unstable unless and until there is a some pi bond or there is some other mechanism. Then the third is the polarizability of the electron cloud. Transition metals can also form M metal and carbon sigma bonds with the organic groups, provided some additional pi bonding ligands are also present in the molecules attached to the metal atom directly. For example, here we find CH3MnCO5. This is the metal atom, and this is the hydrocarbon, and there is some other group also, CO group, which is a pi bonding ligand is present in the molecule which is directly attached to the metal atom. So here we find that the metal and this carbon bond is a sigma bond which is present here. However, binary alkyls of transition elements are more stable than the binary aryls of the binary alkyls of the non-transition metal. Non-transition metals means main group elements. These are the transition metals, so binary alkyls. If the alkyl groups of transition metals are present, they are more stable as compared to that of the non-metals. Now the strength of this metal and carbon bond, it depends upon the nature of R group, and it also depends on the nature of the other ligands which are present on the metal atom. If the metal atom is having a ligand which is a pi acceptor, which can accept a pi bond or pi electron, then the metal and the carbon bonds, then it is more stable, and it is the molecule becomes highly stable. So if there are pi acceptor ligands just like carbon monoxide, yeah, triphenyl phosphine, and then the stability of M-C bond or metal carbon bond increases. However, when we see that the polyvalent metals are attached to the sigma bonded group, then we see that the hybridization of the bonding group is very important factor for deciding the shape of the molecule. For example, if it is sp hybridized, then the number of bonding group is 2 and we have got the shape which is linear. So in to determine the structure of a molecule or to determine the structure of this thing, the hybridization of the metal atomic orbitals is also very important, and as the hybridization changes, the bonding groups also changes and the shape also changes. So this is the second type of classification, and in this classification also we have non-classically bonded organometallic compounds. So these non-classically generally we cannot explain them on two-center two-electron bond between the metal and the carbon atom. Here the transition metal complexes with unsaturated organic groups where pi groups of organic ligands they interact with d or p orbital of metal atom. For example, in case of the Z salt, that is very important salt and it was discovered very earlier, that is potassium, and this is platinum Cl3 C2H5 C2H4, sorry. This is called as Z salt. This is ethylene molecule and it is attached to the platinum metal, and this ethylene molecule when it is attached to the platinum atom, then this C2, that means both the carbon atoms are attached to the platinum atom, and so the pi bond is resonating between all the three atoms, that is platinum, C1 and C2 of the ethylene. So we say that when the unsaturated molecules are present, then the pi orbital of the organic ligand interacts with d or p orbital of the metal to form the stable complexes. So they are called as non-classical bonded organometallic compounds. Secondly, if these organometallic, if the molecule is present and it is not able to satisfy its valency by simple covalent bond or two-centered two-electron bond, then what it does, then it undergoes a different type of bonding. As you all know, in case of Al2 or in case of the B2H6, that is borane molecule which we take, B2H6, we have got three-centered two-electron bond that is called as banana bond. So therefore, in those cases, we have got bridging alkyl groups are also present, or the bonding is explained on the basis of molecular orbital theory, in which metal carbon metal bond is formed. That is, three-centered bond is formed by the use of sp3 hybrid orbitals of carbon and of each one of the metal atom. So here, just like in case of the boron or in case of the Al2R6 molecule, they are said to be as electron deficient molecules, as you all know. So they satisfy their valency with the help of forming a bridging bond, that is three-centered two-electron bond. So this type, in basically these are the three types on which the classification is done, that of organometallic complexes. Now next turn, we will study the alkyl complexes of the main group elements. Thank you.